I figured out what my problem is. I fell in love with the idea when reality hits. It's a bitch because it's not really what it is. It's what it is what it is, and what it is when I accept. So it's like, next. What? You want me to cry? How? Why? You aren't really all that impactful. Some people really are in my life, and some, well, you were around my life. Like, I saw you a handful of times. Like, you didn't really spend much space in my time realm energy. I'm just saying, like, some people really aren't in your life. Some people are just visiting. Some people are just here just to monitor you. And I'm just like, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Fuck you. Never mind. I don't give a fuck. It's not a crime to not care. It's just the fact that I try to some so few and so often that now I'm just like, what? Do I may feel something? I used to. Now it's overused. I'm burned out, so I don't even know how the hell you expect a light to fuse. You want to poke these buttons, but like I said, they're already overused. I don't know what to do. I just like to do. I just like to be. Acts of service is how I show I love you. To be around and want to be around you is how I show I love you. To want to do things around with, to be in your existence, I don't give a shit. And if I do, I seem to give too many do's ill. You stinking up my mood. I don't know why you won't move. It's because you didn't tell me to. I'm all about you if I'm in love with you, but don't give a fuck about you if I don't know you. I really am one of those fucked up dudes, but not really one of those really fucked up. Ooh, I could be better and I could be worse, as anybody and everybody could be. But what makes me so special? I don't know. It's your job to tell me. I know that I could be worse. I could be worse. The stories I've heard, the scars that cannot be seen. Some of you only exist because people don't listen. Some of you only exist because alcohol exists. Some of you only exist because drugs work. I care too much. I care not enough. I don't know where to slide. So most of the times I just hide. Look into my eyes. Why? Do you see any lights on? Did you not believe me? You can always leave, the door's open. Nope, not a threat. I really do hope the best. You don't have to lie to me. It just upsets me. I'm not easy to upset, but when I am upset, I'm not easy to calm down. So if you don't want to be around, then don't be around, just leave. It's never a threat if it's coming from me. I cared so much, I don't care anymore. Just go. I sometimes get infected by energy, so leave. Because you're going to start to upset me even though you're not saying it. I can feel it. Just leave. I could tell you'd be so much happier without me. Just leave. I have a penis and I love women. Of course, I'm taking all the accountability. I was in the wrong. Even if I do everything right, I listened to you. I jumped every time you told me to move. I did everything you asked of me, and it's all I asked of you was to be yourself, and you were someone else. You were with someone else. You left me before you left me, and that left me more of a mess. To put a stranger at number one is stupid of me. I should always be number one. I should always be the most important one. I should think about me, not narcissistically, but I don't give a shit about me. That's why I need to leave. Because when you're doing everything right, of course, you're likely to pick wrong. I fell in love with the idea of everything. I fell in love with the idea of love. I fell in love with the idea of a relationship. I fell in love with the idea of what perfect is. I fell in love with the idea of communication. I fell in love with the idea of intimacy. I fell in love with the idea of you and I, but it never ever seems to be that way to me in reality. I always fall in love with my imagination, but when things start to set in, where'd you get that knife? It feels so cold. Yeah, I didn't think you would have done this. I guess it always hurts more for me than it does for you. Or maybe that's just what I assume. I fell in love with the idea that was always sold to me. Rather it's by the media, rather it's by other people's tongues, rather it's by myself, I fell in love with ideas and nothing else. But now that I know, I'm not delusional. Yeah, I'm crazy. But my left eye, well, my right eye sees in imagination, and my left eye sees in reality. So when I run out of creativity, I guess there's nothing left but this ugliness